now, instant gratification, what's giving you a dopamine hit, what's going to most likely predict that you clicked on the thing or that you hovered over for slightly longer, right? It's mostly engineered to bypass free will. Why does Netflix have automatic playing, right? 3, 2, 1, because before you've actually decided you want to watch another episode, the next one has begun. You look at any of the places that aren't currently completely digitally realized, and they actually have better psychological health. And ultimately, when it comes to this big quest, that seems like a big, how do I figure out what I'm meant to do? That big why. Well, the very first step is to recognize that the context that you were born into, each and every one of us, none of us are capable due to our biological constraints. None of us are above it. We're all susceptible to it. And in that context, step one is make sure that you can create space for you in relation to yourself, because that's where the journey must always begin. It doesn't come, everything else is feedback to get closer to it. But clarifying it comes from that inner conversation as you navigate this world. But right now, instant gratification, what's giving you a dopamine hit, what's going to most likely predict that you clicked on the thing or that you hovered over for slightly longer, right? It's mostly engineered to bypass free will. Why does Netflix have automatic playing, right? 3, 2, 1, because before you've actually decided you want to watch another episode, the next one has begun. It's removing our agency and not in the service of our health.
I'm thinking through everything that we have spoken about, Paul, and where we are ending right now. I think we'll need a part two, that's for sure.
That's always the hope. If it's worthy of part 2,
Yeah.
then you did something that is beginning to seed a conversation worthy of fueling, right? Nothing worthwhile ever happened in a day. Well, maybe an asteroid hit.
Maybe that's what's going to stop this attention economy that we are all absorbed by. Because the devil advocate in me still, I hate Netflix, not the cup, but just as a product because it is competing against sleep. I tell my children that if you cannot put away your iPad, you never get healthy. You'll never have a brain that functions in the way a normal human being should function. You will always be addicted to more and more. They at times, Paul, start to rewatch certain things that they've watched 2, 3 years ago. And I keep asking them, what is the joy that's coming to you in this moment? But that's a conversation for another day. But I think where I'm
Hmm.
kind of
I would let this go on forever. I haven't heard enough of you today.
yeah.
Next time next time I get you to speak for a little bit longer. This time I hog the microphone.
No, this is not about me. This is about us raising the collective consciousness of the people that watch this. And I
Here,
think the end note that I'm going to put to our conversation is that I think what Paul and I are really deliberating and talking about, and Paul, I've spoken about this in various forums, including social media, because that's where people hopefully listen to things that matter as well, is that you have to create space for yourself. You have to learn to hack that inner dialogue. And there's no rocket science to it. It can be as simple as sitting in your backyard with a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, just sitting there in silence. It's like, Paul, the comparison I'm doing right now is that when you put a spoon of sand in a glass of water and shake it and shake it and shake it and shake it, and you're all paying attention to the sand, you'll have to let the water stand still for a few minutes for that sand to settle. And I think all of us in this moment need the sand to settle.
I would concur. And well put.
Thank you. But if you're watching this on YouTube, then you have to feed the algorithm because conversations like these do not get to where they should. I don't know where this will go. I don't know who will watch. But if you watched and if this made sense to you, make a shift. Take that journey from A to B.
Let me add one thing just to encourage that behavior. In essence, unfortunately, if we want to change what it feels like to be alive today, the war will be won where we are spending all of our time and attention. And if you want less extreme perspectives to be how we think about our differences, right? ones where we recognize that certain aspects of your understanding of reality might be so personalized that not one of us will ever fully agree, or that your belief system, your groups, that maybe even within them, you see your differences, right? You're more nuanced than the loudest voices that we are constantly being forced to endure. And the only way for these types of conversations to be how we collectively think is to reward nuance with your time and attention. Right now, we are only rewarding our moral outrage. We are rewarding the most extreme versions of how to think about any given thing. And as a consequence, we're chasing trends. We're like, social sentiment is just, now we care about this, now we care about that, now whatever feels emotionally extreme. And that's telling you that we're activating from an emotional place right now, not a higher order. We're human beings. We've long since learned how to channel our animal in the service of our ideals.
This is Paul and Utkarsh signing off. Thank you for watching this clip. If this was of value, then you would love this full podcast episode with the guest that you just saw. I'm just putting this link somewhere left or right of me that you should just click on and watch the full episode. We talk about deep ideas, insights about life, leadership, you as an individual, and you as a professional in this beautiful yet so chaotic world of ours.